Kenny's in it. He says, "Please start. I'm trying to eat lunch," and he's just staring at me. Apparently, you have your face just paused.
All right, yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah, turn it. Get it moody. Yeah, mood. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No. That's too bright.
Well, but people need to be able to see you there.
No, they don't.
Yeah, well,
No,
that's fine.
they're
Yeah,
fine.
no, yeah.
Just listen.
I
Use
didn't-
your ears.
I didn't want you to see if you wear the black shirt, then you can be just the floating head. You didn't do that today, so all right. So yeah, let's go ahead and
dressed up today. You know,
I got you.
Normal
I
day.
got
It's
you.
our normal attire. You know, my mom saw me and she's like, "Oh, you look like you're getting dressed to go to your podcast." So she immediately, and you know, my boy Chris, he gave me so many new St. Thomas shirts.
Yeah.
So I've been like wearing them every
yeah, I
day.
see that.
I've worn them like 3 days in a row, but
Well, you wear it every day you're in here.
He gave me like 15 of them.
Dude, the world champions represent.
Fuck, national champs.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the only school that I root for that's a national
Well,
champ.
and if they're national champs, that means they're world champs.
Who's their
Yeah.
quarterback?
No clue. Don't care.
And actually, Cam told us last week
And we
who
still
it was, and we still don't. Right in my
Still
kitchen,
Nope.
the name was dropped and nothing.
No clue.
I mean, I have an excuse. All right. I got I have a pre-produced bit for the off-season drama.
Perfect.
All right.
Good.
So we're talking about that. We'll
Hair
drop
turned
that bad boy in. I will get that taken care of for you there, princess.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I said the air turned off. It's gonna get all hot in here and shit. Did you get a burger without the bread?
No, chicken nuggets. Nothing else. Just chicken nuggets.
I'm sorry, no cucumber turkey sandwiches for you.
Yeah,
today.
what the fuck, bro?
But for lunch, I had a burger with no
I was
bun.
like, damn, I want some of those.
Yeah, they were actually damn.
Actually,
sure
for
they-
breakfast,
I'm sure
good.
they are.
They're damn good.
for
Look,
breakfast, I had
There's
a
not
burger with
much
no
better
bun.
vegetable than a cucumber.
yeah, you can do some things.
You
with
know what
that
I'm
cucumber.
into? You know what I'm into recently? Brussels sprouts.
Oh, love them.
Fucking A, dude.
Brussels. Oh, listen.
I've told you that story.
The Yard House. The Yard House.
Okay.
Has
Is it good?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's so many.
Sometimes
cool
they
Put like
flavors.
an
overdo it, 'cause they
aioli
do-
sauce on the bottom.
Sometimes they do a
Ooh.
little bit too much.
No, it was on the bottom.
Balsamic.
Nope.
They get a little too rich.
You mean when they put some bacon in there?
Yeah,
That's
Oh
bacon.
like-
well, that's
bacon,
just
yeah.
I do that for Thanksgiving. Brussels sprouts with bacon.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rebel House up in Boca, not so much anymore. But when they first started doing it a few years back,
Yeah.
they had a crazy Brussels sprout that was just,
Yeah.
dude, it was almost like candy,
Mhm.
just caramelized goodness.
I've told you the story about my Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Oh
I've told you the story on here about the Brussels
yes,
sprouts.
you have.
I have.
We've
How I
talked
used to be
about this.
forced to eat
Yes.
them, and they were like boiled
I don't.
with no seasoning.
I can't wrap my brain around the whole like literally forcing your child to eat something. And my parents were guilty of it too. My parents were guilty of making me drink my milk.
Right.
Like
Like, you have any
if,
idea how
if you're
bad
not
this shit
getting
is for
up, you're not getting up until you drink that milk, and all this stuff is just milk and green beans.
you? Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
And you just
get
sit there.
the fuck out of here.
Go to sleep. Just sleep right there. I'm like, really?
Just,
I tell you
damn.
what, I'd actually
Ugh.
prefer my child in bed,
right?
not at the kitchen
Yeah.
table.
Fighting over a glass of milk.
Go to bed.
You don't
please.
want milk? Fine.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. I guess you're not gonna wake up and pee your bed.
Right.
Hey,
Hey.
there you go. Jesus. All right, want to start this bad boy off
Yes.
before I waste all the good material pre-show and I got to clip it
Did
at
you
the
turn
end.
the AC down?
I did, yes.
Okay. Didn't turn on. I'm just asking.
It didn't.
I didn't
no.
feel it.
If it's on, Frank and I know. What's your name?
Frank. I'm actually south of Palm Beach County. It turns into Roman. Although I did get a Roman bomb up at my daughter's volleyball the
Oh, you
other
did?
day.
Nice.
Yeah, like all of a sudden I'm just walking by and they saw a St. Thomas shirt. And I talked to him on the phone because he was a buddy of mine. And all of a sudden he's like, Roman. I'm like, huh? He's like, oh, he's like, you're my new best friend. We just talked about Canes for a little while. So I got row bombed in Palm Beach County. Doesn't happen often, but I think it turned on.
Yeah,
It did.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah. No, I'm not kidding.
You're not kidding.
We can't announce
Kenny.
it. We
I
can't.
said, no, I'm not.
We can't announce
I'm
it.
not renewing.
All right.
Hey,
Ready?
I tell you what. You get me De'Aaron King,
Yeah.
and I'll renew my season tickets. They better figure it out fast, though.
All right. Hang on. Let's start this bad boy. All right. I tell you what, my driveway looks pretty good when you park that black beast right there in it. Got my car out of the way. It's in the garage now.
Yeah, I was
I
wondering
saw that.
where-
Yeah, there you go.
It was good. And then
yeah.
and then I pull. You know how big it is? I pull up, and I can't even get in the driveway.
Yeah, I get a call as soon as they come into the bunker. Hey, you need to move your car. I can't fit because then my Ed Morse Black Beauty's in the way too.
I know. I got 2 Ed Morse Black Beauties taking up the entire driveway.
But
Those things are
pretty.
big trucks,
though. They are
bro.
pretty. They are pretty boys.
Yeah.
Girls. I'm not sure what. How
Mine's
you
a
guys,
boy.
I'm not sure.
His is a
Yours.
girl.
Okay. Ed Morse
She's
been
pretty,
doing
yo.
it. Ed Morse been doing it down here, as you all know, for over 70 years. EdMorse.com is the place to go. They've been backing the OBB for a long time. We appreciate it, and OBB's been backing them as well. Over like 1.2 million South Floridians have been doing it with Ed Morse. Even those folks in Texas now learning all about
Big time.
all about the Ed Morse family. So we thank them very much. If you are looking for a car, do check it out. EdMorse.com.
My Ed Morse has 185.
Okay.
I'm just saying, no reason to do the next one at
All
the
right.
moment.
Beautiful.
Okay. That one too?
Broadcasting live on tape from our custom-built studios in a closet. These are the Orange Bowl Boys. Brought to you by Ed Morse. Join the 1.2 million people that have been backed by Morse. With the price protection promise, Ed Morse will match any competitor's price or refund you $500. Here's Toast, Roman, and Scoop.
It is the Three Amigos. It is episode number 66.
76. Oh, 66.
As always, it is
Oh,
Toast,
goodness.
Roman, and Scoop. We
Yo.
are the Orange Bowl Boys.
We are.
Hope you guys are all doing well.
We are here.
We are here, and we are live on YouTube, and
You're welcome.
already getting crap on YouTube
Already.
from Don. That $1 million studio has no light. All right, first of all, Don, it's the third bedroom in a house I'm renting. It's not $1 million studio. There's
plenty of light here.
Yeah, plenty of light.
Sorry.
Scoop's a bit of a he doesn't want light.
Yeah.
I try to turn it up.
Mood
and
lighting.
I like
doesn't
mood
like it. He
lighting.
likes
I like
mood
a,
lighting.
you know, you,
So that's
I don't wanna
why
be
you
under
got
a
what you
spotlight.
got. Do I have enough water bottles? I gotta stop reading all these goddamn chats.
Actually, no, we don't have any
Jesus
water
Christ.
today.
I'm already reading.
I have water.
I'm already reading chats too. It's like
Oh, I know.
Ro only wears St. Thomas clothes. So on the way here today, I stopped at like a good son and said hello to my mom. Had some
Mhm.
coffee with her, and she goes, "Oh, looks like you're going to the podcast."
There you
Just
go.
From the way I was dressed, I'm like, okay, I'm a bit predictable.
Do we have water?
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, hold on. Let me go get Scoopy water. You guys talk.
Okay, what's up, Scoop? Episode 66.
Setenta.
I know I did. I dropped the 70 bomb, and I was like, "Oh wait, it's a centa. That's 60." You know, leave it to the gringo to have happen. So, what's your thoughts on the Alonzo Highsmith deal?
Who?
Yeah, Alonzo.
I
We'll
my,
get-
you want my thoughts? I'll tell you what. Here's my thoughts. Go back on my timeline and see when the last time I even mentioned Zoe was.
Mhm.
And I've told everybody this all along.
Gotcha.
There's no chance that this admin puts that together. No chance. And everybody said it was done. This person said it was done. That person, everybody swore it was done. But it's never done because it wasn't officially announced.
Correct.
And just like I said weeks ago, this admin is not capable of making this happen.
that was going to have to be a power move, power deals,
Gracias.
power brokers. And when you
Nope.
don't come from a position of power,
That's
true
it.
power,
Look,
it's just
you're
not gonna
dealing
happen.
with some people who are clearly insecure, right? And when you're insecure, you can't handle the business of putting somebody in power or that has power in a position. And they're not looking, he wasn't looking for they're knowing too much, making them feel inept, right? He's not going to make it happen as much as everybody. It was a perfect stall job.
Yeah. Wait
Right?
until it
Let's
blow it over.
let's let everybody just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Then all of a sudden, no, sorry guys, it's not going to happen. But you know why? Because he wants to stay in the NFL.
And you think I believe that? Do you
Right.
Yeah. You think?
Are you kidding? And I
think the
can't
general
believe he
fan
said it.
base-
Actually, I can't believe he said it because Zoe's probably like, "What, bro?"
I'm waiting for that fallout.
Right?
That's what I'm waiting for. Because
I hope Zoe comes out and calls him a dipshit person.
it just literally calls him out because you read that and you're like, I don't think that's necessarily the truth. I just want to play a little hypothetical with this Zoe deal. You're Manny. It's like the portal. Sound. Yeah, we got a new portal. I don't want to say it now. All right, but here's something that I'm just going to play hypothetical. But you're Manny, and in your contract you have a certain set of parameters, correct?
Sure.
All right. One of them being that you're going to have final say and authority over what? Your staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So creating this type of position where somebody was going to have true power and autonomy, you're going to have to relinquish some of those staff moves potentially if things weren't getting done to that role.
But was it
and-
though? Was
Well,
it
but here-
autonomy? Was Zoe looking for power for that autonomy?
Well, here's the thing. That job can only work, as I said last time, if it is in charge of football.
Correct.
And it has hiring, firing options for football.
Correct.
Blake is in charge of everything else. He is the AD of football.
Correct.
Like if that's the only way that job works.
Right, but what they were trying to do, in my opinion, was squeeze Zoe in there to where he had some power, not a lot of power. Maybe it was a consultant to the program or what have you.
Why would you
Because-
take that?
Well, he didn't,
Right.
obviously.
What the fuck's the
Because
point?
you have a guy at FSU, right, who took a gig as a consultant. It says whatever it says, director of football or
Mhm.
whatever. And then you have a guy at Vatek as the director of two entirely different jobs. The guy at Vatek is a GM. Like that guy has autonomy. He has control.
Yeah.
The guy at FSU, he doesn't.
No.
So I think that they were trying to get Zoe into a position similar to the
A
FSU
lackey to
guy.
Manny. A
Yeah,
lackey.
a
A
lackey.
straight lackey.
But
But as a consultant.
But where he is now, that's not just a demotion.
Bro,
that's
that's
going,
like going
that's
to the bottom
like
of the
becoming
earth.
an intern again.
Yes.
I mean, are you kidding
Intern.
me?
Intern.
Dude, I mean, Zoe.
Correct.
I'm not going to keep doing it.
No, it's correct,
but
though.
but
correct.
he is so well respected apparently in the NFL from his time in Green Bay and everything. I mean, why would you he's not going to do anything. He's not going to come back for anything but a position of authority. And why wouldn't he?
I
and to
agree with
expect
you, which
anything
is
else
probably
right.
the reason why
So
he's
here's my question.
not coming here.
I mean, so
I don't know how
many
you
of
guys got me talking about this.
so
Carter.
many of you. This last week, you made your bones on Twitter. You guys, all your sources. Oh, it's getting done. Oh, he's back in town. It's getting done. Oh, it's getting done. Seriously, just stop. All of you, stop. Just
That's what I said.
stop.
I tweeted out
stop.
today. We'll jump to
None
the
of us have sources.
We'll jump to the social media, OBB social media. I said, I don't mean to laugh at you, but I am, and you all deserve it.
Do you know who has sources? Barry Jackson.
Sure.
You know who
He said something today.
Yeah.
What did he
yes,
say?
He did.
He said the Zoe deal's not happening.
Yes,
That's what he said.
Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
exactly.
And then after he initially said it wasn't happening, then he said it was happening, and then he said it wasn't happening again. So even that source was sourced out.
right.
You know who had the best source? You know you should have relied on?
Scoop.
Me. Because I told you weeks ago it was never happening.
Yeah, but you're coming from a cynical aspect when you
All right.
say that because we can't have nice things.
You can't have you can't. With this admin in place, you can't.
Not
The only
not that.
the only nice thing we have. You know what we have? We have Rhett Lashley. That's a really nice toy.
Can we talk about this just for a second? Just
Sure.
I want to put this
Talk
out
about
there.
whatever we want.
Yeah.
This is what Manny did when he essentially took his blowtorch that I said that he got last week. You gave the guy completely tore down with a 6 and 7 season.
Mm-hmm.
He took his blowtorch to the Alonzo Mourning deal because obviously if things wanted to get done and he was adamant about getting it done, it would have gotten done. It needs Manny's approval too. Let's not. It's on Blake James's plate, but this is Manny Diaz as well. If I want him as a head coach, if I want him and I'm willing to relinquish some of those capabilities as a head coach, guess what? He's not a scapegoat here. If I want this done, hey, Blake, let me make this done. Whatever I need to do contractually to write him in so he can have that.
It's a two-headed monster. There's no
Yes,
question.
it's both of them. Manny, you're on the hook for this too. This
Yes.
deal being done is as much on you as it is on Blake.
But listen, but here's
So now this is what he does. He goes to Rhett Lashley, right? At
Mhm.
the beginning of New Hope. he puts like a little hologram in his droid, and he's like, Rhett Lashley, save me. You're my only hope. Because that is his Obi.
That's all he's got.
That is what he's bankrolling on.
Yes, he is.
His whole entire career. And now what's even great as you're watching this unfold, Blake James, Manny Diaz on the front of the roller coaster. And if one's going down, the other's going with him. And that's where we're at.
But the fact that you even first, listen, you have an AD who right now is in self-preservation mode. He is near retirement. He just wants to get through the next 5 or so years, and then he's going to be done. All right. He's in self-preservation mode right now. And you have Manny Diaz, who, how does he have say in any of this? You just win 6 and 7
Because
you
it's
lost
contract.
to FIU.
Contractual. It's
Contractual.
Oh,
Because my contract says I'm in charge. My
Mhm.
contract says
Yeah.
I pick my coaches. My contract.
How do you
Manny
give-
tells
hold on.
his
How
attorney.
do
Manny
you
tells his
give-
attorney,
yeah.
don't budge on any of my stuff in the contract.
How do you give a first-time head coach, sorry, the whole fucking 2 weeks of Temple thing, that much autonomy? Who's never done anything? Listen, what he know what he was known for?
He got 5 years.
Being
in a
destroyed.
5-year contract.
Being 5 years.
I know, getting destroyed as defensive coordinator at Texas. That's what that was his big thing up until now.
He did well.
Well, he
for,
did what? Yeah, he did
defense.
have the number one defense.
He did look
in
like
Texas.
a coach in waiting.
And
He
then it
just-
went to
And
hell.
then it went to hell.
Yeah.
He just didn't look like a coach in waiting now for this program.
Oh God.
Coming off the cusp of of Mark Richt, I don't know.
Oh.
It's real easy to go back. Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
That he was the wrong decision. You're 6 and 7. You're that bad. It is definitely that
Well,
that was the wrong move.
I still want Manny to succeed.
Oh, of course
I do. I
Sure.
want Manny to be successful here.
I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy to fail.
No, I want Rhett to come in, and I want them to have fun and score points and be fast. And let's what do we say? Make Miami fun again. I'd like to see that, and I'd like Manny to be successful with that.
Well, he said that's what Rhett said.
Yes.
There was a little talk.
He did. So the
Gonna have
question
fun.
is, yeah, and they're going to play fast.
Yes, they
And
are.
they're going to have fun. They're going to score
I
points.
just laugh.
I know.
I laugh
I know.
because of all the things
I
he's
know.
been saying. It's like
I know. They all listen to the show.
they have to.
Every one of them.
They have to.
They have their coaches
We're going to
meetings.
score plays
I'm going to have
because
to.
the more plays we run, the more people are happy. And it's more like this is revolutionary.
Yeah.
And you see people,
No one's heard
people
it
on
before.
social losing their mind. I'm like, why are you losing your mind? This is simple math. Of course, if you run more plays, more people are going to be happy. We've said it forever. And he says it. Oh, and then all the emojis are like people underneath the table. It's just so funny, man.
So who are they going to hire? Because he
For-
says they're
for what?
looking for other.
I will
They're
make
looking
you-
at other candidates.
And
now.
here's the candidates. All will be Manny's lackey. That's it. They're going to get a chief of staff
course
position.
they
That was,
will.
I feel, there's nobody who has the capability that Zoe would have brought to the table in the role that they wanted him because they were too satisfied to keep the status quo. Blake doesn't want to relinquish his power. You got Jennifer Strawley, the assistant AD. She doesn't want to give up his power because then you're going to get into some Title IX defense. And then you get rid of Alonzo, and then you just go get some support lackey who reports to Manny and has no autonomy whatsoever, no oversight. So the kid with the blowtorch that tore down the season last year and just burned down the whole shebang. Let's just let's give him more. Now, let's give him some grenades. Let's see what happens. We finally had the opportunity to impart change.
Well, listen, plenty of people on social media, plenty of fans have said that all this team needed was an offensive coordinator. And with that, this team would have gone 9-3 this year. And so, okay, so I guess we're going to find out because that's all that's going to change.
yeah, but
That's all that's going to change.
there's things that do need to improve. I mean, some of the other issues that I was really hoping the Zoe hire, I really did. I wanted this Zoe hire because he had that 20,000 foot view. The main reason was we've missed on a lot of kids. We've missed.
Yeah.
I mean, we've missed on so many evaluations. Your offensive line room is a mess. Your cornerback room is diminishing second by second. You're losing more players to the portal recently than you're bringing in. And they need to like recruit better. Nobody can figure out. I don't think you could ever recruit down here like at such an elite level. There's just too many kids, too many laws of probability, too many kids looking for handouts, looking for bags from OBJ. You know, there's too much of that going on. You're never going to be able to keep them all home. I get that. But you know what? It needs to improve that you're not going in to play University of Florida with 4 scholarship cornerbacks. You're not offering this 4 kid who's a bust. You're not offering a 5 kid who never touches the field, a 5-star kid who never touches the field. That's what I was happy about the Zoe potential because he could have fixed some of that.
All right. The reference to the OBJ bags are that'll be on the bandwagoners today. We'll be talking about that. Yes, absolutely.
Well,
So you can be following and downloading that podcast. All right, so then let's move on to the off-season drama because
What
there was
drama?
plenty of it over the last week. So
What?
obviously, Barry Jackson has a nice little article. They're talking about the partying quarterbacks and smoking weed all day and the culture issues behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So
I have an opinion. I personally, and this is strict just for the people who are going to say, well, Scoops, this is strictly my opinion. Okay, everybody, listen closely. My opinion. I think Manny leaked that info.
I think it was Manny.
I do.
Because a lot of folks think it was Lowe. I don't know.
How do you guys still bring this kid up? Like, who cares? Get out of here.
Okay.
Well, we brought him up last week.
Yeah.
That's fine. And-
All right.
Why would he bring that? Why would he leak that?
Because he doesn't have control over that quarterback.
Well, was that right? And that shows that. I mean, yes, all
I
right.
get it. So
Nor does he have faith.
none, right? I think that he needed, because the reality is that happens kind of everywhere. The problem is it's in the quarterback room where he can't find anybody to be the leader on this team. So it's just this revolving cycle of, and now you know what, and you know what, I'm going to make it a formal apology too. I'm going to apologize to Manny because back in November-ish, I yelled at Manny because I thought he was letting the subordinate run the program by by not announcing Jaron as the starter coming off of, I don't know, I think it was the game before Florida State. We had a great second half. They won.
Yep.
And they're like, we're going to evaluate this through the week and see who prepares better. And we're like, what are you talking about? Like, how you just had some dude who lit it up, right? He's clearly coming into his own and he's showing
Against
he's capable in this offense, right? Now you're not going to name him the starter. You're going to see who prepares better. Well, now we know why. So, Manny, I'm sorry about that. But I think everybody needs to know this. I think he doesn't care who knows it. It's a problem. So maybe he's trying to push somebody out the door.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And
But
I know
you
what
need someone coming in the door, or all you've got is a true freshman.
and I want to talk about a name that really excites me coming in through the door potentially. I mean, there's going to be some other schools that are going to be in the mix. Okay.
I want him, but
All right. Well, I still want to talk about him.
yes,
Anyway.
just do that.
Let's talk about that guy, J-Dub.
Okay.
All right. This isn't us saying this. All right. He's flirted with the portal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He openly congratulated a player for going to a rival school. Me personally, I didn't think it was a good look. I think it's great that you did that. I would have more preferred it to be a personal thing. Hey, a text. Hey, good luck at Florida.
No, the optics are awful.
The optics are horrible.
Yeah,
and
there's
just
no-
that's like just throwing in the triple coverage.
Yes.
All right. Whether you completed the pass or not, it was still
just
not
ignoring the
okay.
safety.
He just exactly. Good. I love that. So we had reports from within the program that he gained a lot of weight because he wasn't motivated when he didn't get his, the position the first year. There was people on social media saying how he just failed a drug test and they're going to let him start. That wasn't us saying
Right.
that was people on social media.
He's left meetings.
He's left
Yep.
meetings. He didn't
He's
show
not
up for practice.
Yep.
So
This your leader?
That's
your leader?
well, exactly.
So
yes.
now this is your track record. Now this is the stuff that you don't
2 years
see.
in. It's 2 years.
2 years.
This
now.
is the stuff that you don't see. You just see it from the game film. And yes, we have every right. And I'm not going to beat you up for the fact that, hey, on film, this kid just torched Florida. He torched Louisville. This is your start. It's clear as day. But what's not clear as day is what's going on behind closed doors. And you know what? It's now out into the open. And Scoop might have a point. Somebody wanted it out there.
Well, apparently those great games were not due to diligence in the film room and working and that was all just fluke. That was just luck. He was just naturally good enough to perform well those days.
And his offensive coordinator also called him out for that as well.
Absolutely did. Yeah. So that's the whole thing. We don't have, there's not a leader in the quarterback room. And I don't think you're going to get who I think I know who you guys want to get. I know who everybody wants to get. They've been touting him for the last 72 hours. But if not that, you're looking at a true freshman.
Well,
I mean, that's what we're looking at, a true freshman.
I don't disagree. No, I did
So-
speak to somebody who has some ties to the program the other day, and they said that they were all out of practice, and they, kind of like an off day, whatever, and they were throwing around, and the TVD was the best one there.
I don't doubt
Yeah.
it. I mean, I don't doubt it as far as skill set, but here's the only thing that just if he wins the job, I'm not shocked. I am not shocked. But is Manny willing to bankroll his career? Because it's on the
He's
line.
got one shot.
This is it.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
He can't
Maybe
have another
he's just
losing
that
season.
good. Look, because if I will tell you this, if he starts,
He deserves it.
we think he's gonna be he's got to be really good because of that narrative.
Mhm.
Manny's going to he's going to bankroll his career because he's got one chance.
On Rhett
now.
Well,
Lashley
now-
and a true freshman.
Now let me ask you a question.
Now, will he do that?
What? Well, but and you're saying that would be him pushing all of his chips in the middle. There's the other side that says going with TVD is him hedging his bet that he's only got 1 year left, because if him and Rhett can look good enough as the season goes on,
Mhm.
but you still only end up going 7-5, but
And he
you
says I had
finish
a true
strong.
freshman.
But you finish strong, and you had a true freshman.
Sure.
That could also, you could have some, I could see this fan. I mean, listen, this fan base, I believe in general, loves Manny just as a guy. We appreciate the fact that he grew up down here, but I mean,
Could he hedge that? Sure. I mean,
I think he can hedge that.
he can parlay that into look. We're really starting to come on. He's really starting to understand the system. Next year, we're going to be really, really. We're going to be a whole. We're getting another spring ball, another fall practice, the whole thing, and he's a true freshman. Learning curves in the beginning. So yeah, I mean, I can see
depends. It just depends on the losses. It's really going to depend on it. I mean, if you start a TVD, it's close. They do it, and he has a bonehead freshman mistake that everybody can
no,
acknowledge.
he will.
That was a bonehead freshman mistake, and what have you. Then yeah, absolutely, I can see some. But if you're getting blown out, if you're off a bye week, unprepared, your defense, regardless, he's got 0 passes on defense.
Mhm.
He could have a pass offensively with TVD being a true freshman starter, but he has 0 on defense.
Name
If you
me-
fail because of a defensive unit, you have another 4th
Yeah,
and
then you're in
17.
trouble. Then you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. So it doesn't matter. It just depends
Name
on the
me
losses.
the last true freshman, not redshirt. Name me the last true freshman that you can think of that was highly successful.
highly successful.
Highly successful.
I-
Not remotely
Re-
successful.
Because of record, Brad Kaya would be the easy choice for me to say, but record-wise, they didn't really perform
Right.
that well. So Duke Johnson was extremely successful.
I'm talking
true
as a
freshman.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Oh, as a quarterback? Man, I missed some of these key parts he's been saying lately.
I mean, really?
Yeah, well, now I'm like in your land. Will you tune me out?
I
with
mean, I can
everything?
say
like last week, you
the
said
defensive end from Oregon. I
Other-
mean,
other than the portal. Yeah, quarterback wise,
Take it-
the
can
closest
you name me
would
one?
be- the closest one would be Brad.
I would default to Brad, but is there someone aside from Brad that you can think of around the country as a true
Ooh,
freshman
yeah.
who came in
Oh yeah,
and
we
did
got one.
really, really well?
I think we got one.
Talk to
Artur
me.
Hank
Sitkowski.
Buckmeyer from Boise State.
Yeah, there you go.
Buckmeyer.
He played 3 games.
Bo Nix.
How about Sitkowski?
Bo Nix?
Good.
Bo next did good. How about Trevor Lawrence?
Sam, Sam Howell.
Good. No, that was a good one.
Sam Howell had
Sam
a
Howell
decent
played pretty
season.
well.
I mean,
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence did pretty good as a true freshman.
He did.
Yeah,
And
So
you know,
it's
that's,
possible.
It
that's the
is.
same system, by the way.
But Trevor Lawrence, yeah, he did mention that. Rhett Lashley did say that, it's similar to Chad Morris's system, who kind of came under the same tree, which is
Correct.
the same system that I've kind of wanted here. It's not an overly complicated system. It's got some counters to it. It's going to work and use some of its things to an advantage. But Trevor obviously could do it. I mean, he did it, but you were in a different situation there with Trevor Lawrence that Manny's not in. Like, they had already won a national championship.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
played for a couple.
no, look, the
The kid was that good. He was the consensus overall top pick.
Mhm.
I mean, he's going to be the first overall
took him
pick.
three
in
took
two-
him three
next year.
3 or 4 games to get in there,
Yes,
right?
yes. So I don't know. It's interesting.
It
I
is
love
interesting.
having this
I'm
discussion.
curious when somebody's going to hit the portal.
I think soon.
It's got to be super, and because
I'm surprised it hasn't happened
before
already.
you get into Lashley, before you get into that and you start doing, we're getting a spring ball here pretty quick,
Mhm.
right? I mean, they started training today. They did all their timing and all that stuff
Mhm.
today.
weights.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
did you see one of the weights for your left guard?
no,
Oh my goodness, he was like 367
who's
pounds.
the left guard?
Number 55.
Oh, that's fine.
He was like,
I mean, they're
pushing 370.
that's fine.
Somebody asked me on the
I
boards.
tell you what, have him play guard for field goals.
He's going to lose weight by default just after one game. He's going to lose 15
Fine.
pounds.
Have him play guard for punts.
His system, bro. Okay, anyway.
Because
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know what else he's playing guard for.
This is going to be tough.
I tell you, if he starts, good for him.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be
You know,
when Lashley was talking about this is going to be a lot of hard work. You know, he was looking at
you know what?
for you, big boy. This is going to be a lot of hard work for you.
he's gonna have a nickname next year, 55. His nickname's gonna be FIU. Coach, time out, coach. I'm cramping, coach.
Bro,
Oh Jesus!
look, I want him to
come on,
succeed just
FIU.
like I want Manny to succeed.
We'll,
He's going to take a lot of hard work.
We'll be back right after this. Oh, I had the wrong one.
Well done.
Hey,
Don't talk over it.
hey! Want to support your Miami Hurricanes during the offseason? Then become a true fan and sign up for Miami Hurricanes off-season season tickets. Off-season season tickets will allow you to get up close and personal for all the off-season drama. Get to smoke marijuana with your favorite Canes players.
It's cool. Not like they can get suspended.
Get special access to the VIP quarterback room.
Complete with a live DJ and bottle service.
Off-season season tickets are on sale now by calling 1-800.
Go Canes!
That's 1-800.
Go Canes! And be one of the first 100 people to call right now, and you'll get to channel your inner Antonio Brown and pick one member of the Board of Trustees to throw a bag of dicks at.
Miami Hurricanes off-season season tickets.
Because you're probably not going to buy actual season tickets.
You know why it's
That's-
so funny? Because it's true.
Hold on. That's Canes with a K.
What?
That's a real number.
Yeah, so they called it. They're going to request off-season season tickets.
I love it. Wow. I'm hot. I'm sweating. Oh my goodness.
Well,
All right,
if,
show's over. I even know what the episode title is.
Yay!
Bag of dicks.
Bag of dicks.
Oh my goodness. You went there. Oh, my stomach. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're gonna have to play that again at the end. we gotta do our due diligence, Toast. We gotta let all the Canes fans know where they can get their off-season season tickets.
Real number.
You know, from this show, not only Insta Alphas was like revolutionary. People have literally taken that term, and I think off-season season tickets is gonna be.
Speaking of the Insta Alphas, not very good in coverage.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
We knew that, and that's
Yeah.
why they went and got faster at
We've
that
told you
position.
that.
There you go.
I think, they're going to struggle a little bit early. I think people forget that, linebackers are very important in the run game. They kind of like fit run gaps and, they can be faster in fitting the wrong gap. So, but when they get it figured out, I think our
I'm
athleticism
fairly
will-
certain that if everyone listening to the show went back and listened to the previous 65 shows, everything we say is accurate.
until it's not.
Right. Yeah, sure.
I mean,
I wouldn't say that. Nah, I won't say that about me.
Everything we tell you is the truth.
We have a good pulse.
Yeah.
We do.
No, you both do. You do.
You do too. I mean,
You do.
that in
What are you
itself,
kidding
you
me?
know how true and actual.
That's
Yeah.
That's more factual than anything we've ever
Yeah.
said.
Yes. I want to be AB.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that in Bandwagoners also.
Yeah.
So that's
Whoa,
another
hey,
podcast
hey,
you can go ahead and subscribe to. All right, so transfer portal. Obviously, you're talking about the quarterback. You're talking about King from Houston.
Yes.
Also, KJ Castell. So you've got the dual threat in the pro stop. So do we
This
have to
is
go dual threat, or does a pro work?
Me,
A pro works.
So
but
could KJ Costello be a solution?
Well, no, that's Brett
But-
Lashley had a pro style quarterback last year.
Okay.
He-
Yeah.
That kid by no stretch.
the whole lane that
Okay.
you just play over and over again in your head.
Right.
like that was the easiest
Oh,
walking
yes, I
touchdown
know.
if a quarterback with mobility
So
could have.
can you run it with you know what?
I'm just saying, do you have to only look at one, or can you
can look at both,
Yeah.
but I liken it to FSU last year.
Yes, that's
Right?
good. That's
De'Aaron
good.
King, his offensive coordinator when he had 50 touchdowns. Who was that?
Kendall Bryles.
Kendall Bryant.
Yeah.
Right. Last year, when I said they don't have somebody to run his system, right? They were putrid.
Dude, and how sly was that to just, I'm going to sit out. I'm going to, you know.
I'm
And
not
his
going
dad,
anywhere.
His dad says, oh, yeah, he's transferring out. He's like, oh, no, I'll be back next year. I'll be back next year. I'll be back
I'm good.
next
I want
year.
my tickets.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Still want to get laid this year.
Yeah, I'd like
Trying
to hang
out
on the
Jesus,
sidelines.
Dad, you're
Yeah,
killing
come
me.
on,
I
man.
mean, wow, you're
Later
chopping me
paid.
off at the legs.
Later paid, or both.
Yeah, right.
Listen,
I will tell you this: whatever they want, give it to them.
All right.
Because you're going to make all of it back in season ticket sales.
This is what I can promise you.
Okay.
As upset as I was to say, hey, Alonso's not going to come in with the program, and it looks dead. It's dead. I'm okay. Whatever. Move on. Sun's going to rise in the east, set in the west. No big deal. I'm going to be upset if we don't get Derek King because he has the capable impact. The last person I could think who, as a transfer, has this much of an impact. There's some recent ones, mind you. But you know what this reminds me of? A North Carolina State kid by the name of Russell Wilson who goes to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's what King would be for Miami. He would literally, he adds, in my opinion, he's going to give you a couple more wins.
Is he
by
that
himself.
leader?
Listen,
I don't know. He scored 50 touchdowns.
Because Russell Wilson was.
can we get a checklist going?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Can we get it? Is he going to not show up for practice?
Yeah, right.
Is he going to
Is he going
threaten
to
the
go
portal?
out? Is he going to go out to
Is
the
he going to
bars the night before?
smoke a lot of
Yeah.
weed? Is he going to throw a bag of dicks at a BOT? Like, if he's no to all those, he's already a better leader than I guess we've had. Because if you put this out over the last 2 years of the infractions, I mean, those infractions by one. They go back the year before that and think about the infractions that we had. You know?
All right, so let me ask you this. All right, so let's just say, because there's folks saying that King's going to go to LSU.
No, the last thing I just saw, literally right before we started, it was down to Miami could be an option, but look out for Arkansas with his former OC.
All right, so let me ask you this. You miss out on King and Costello. The other three names are
he's
Jet
going
Duffy.
to Arkansas, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Jet Duffy from Texas Tech,
Take him.
Anthony Brown from BC,
Take him.
or the kid from Georgia Tech, Lucas
Take him.
Johnson. All three of them. Just
I'll take any of them.
So you just don't want, and do you not think that your boy Tate can
I know. I think
do this?
I think he can. Look, I prefer him in this system. I want Tate. I want to see Tate.
But you want
I want
Tate.
Pet. I want Pet. I want Pre-Unos Tate. And I want him in the system, and I want him to be successful. But the reality is you're going to have to replace either JW or Kosi's not going anywhere. So you're going to have to replace Jaron, right? So somebody, because he's probably leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that's the word. Hey, look, he doesn't want to be here. Get out. So you need somebody in here. I need a veteran in here. And give me, because do I want Tate to win it?
That's, to me, that would be an ideal situation. And no offense. I've watched Derek King. I've seen him. I'm a big fan of his game. He is like a rocket.
Dude, nobody here has that. Well, I mean, maybe TBD has the potential, but nobody here can step in and do that now.
No,
Right.
TBD is a great athlete. He's an underrated athlete. He can run this
Yeah,
system.
Right, but
doesn't
he's going to
run
be a
like
true
fine.
freshman.
You know,
But like,
King,
nobody
Right.
runs like King does.
Correct.
Like King is a little cheetah, right? And he can run this system just fine. So we'll see ultimately where he makes his decision. I see a potential reunion with his former OC, if you ask me.
Now, stuff I was saying that I guess we have reached out to KJ Costello. Have we reached out to King?
Yes.
Yes,
We have. All right. So we'll see
So
what happens.
in
You
that
got to
in
get
itself,
somebody.
I mean, that is the indictment on the quarterback
Yeah.
room. You're going for another portal transfer quarterback because, like Manny, give Manny a little credit here. He's addressing the needs. That
No, he
can.
is. But it's not like
he's
he has
doing
a
everything
choice.
he can.
Yes.
He's doing everything he has.
I don't
to.
know. Golden didn't do anything.
Yeah, Golden kept,
Golden could have fired his best friend
And never did.
No.
and that was 5 years of banging
Yeah.
my head up against the wall on that one. I give credit to Manny. He
No,
at least made
listen.
a chance at the offense and went with the offensive style system that we thought
He
would
went
be
and
working.
got Rhett Lashley.
Yes, he
Yes.
did. He did.
I know we all forget
know.
about that because of this stupid zone nonsense.
Last year he got us Enos. This year
he
gets us
went and got us
Lashley.
Rhett Lashley.
All right.
So he is being able to attract.
No,
you know,
he's
quality.
listen.
I'm not going there.
He's owning the offseason just like he did last year.
He's good
He's
at it.
awesome. He knows how to own the offseason. Problem is, once the whistle blows and we got to play games.
You notice the new Miami's dead though, right?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that anywhere. Haven't seen any bat signals going up. Haven't
Yeah.
seen none
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, he's ducking, covering.
Does that upset you, Scoop? The hashtag's gone.
No, it needed to die. It was over.
The new hashtag?
What?
The
Pet.
Lashley effect.
There we go.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right, offensive line. So obviously we need a tackle, correct?
Yes.
So what are you hearing? I mean, we got Devin Cochran, Devery Hamilton, Boy Crunk. I just love that name. Don't love that it would be a guy from Indiana, but I know they were decent.
I don't know who any of these people
Yeah.
are, but I'll take any of them.
I listen, from a historic standpoint, I would be like, give me Devery Hamilton because he's Stanford, and they are notorious for having quality offensive linemen.
Well, our new offensive line coach, a little bit of a recruiter. He's also called plays, which you don't really get a lot of offensive line coaches who has actually been a play caller.
I think
which
it's
he
a
was.
really underrated hire.
You know who
So if
really applauded it was Larry Bluestein
Yeah.
and Frank Fort, legendary
Yeah.
Channel 10, guy. Awesome.
I just, if you look at his,
Over there at
if you
FAU.
look at his stuff and at FAU, right? He
Mhm.
was at FAU. He was the only one that Lane Kiffin retained on that staff when he came here for what? This style of offense. And he came in and the FAU, they I don't know, top 5 in the country, right? With him as O-line coach. I'm not upset about it at all. And he did call plays, right? He was a head coach, Division 2 or 3, and he can recruit. You know that he was the left tackle for Pat White.
Yeah, or West Virginia. So he's
There you
used
go.
to this
So
style
he's a
system.
player.
Mhm.
He
In
knows
this style
the system. He coached under Kendall Briles at FAU with whoever Lane. I'm in.
Dolphin fans just drove off into canals. Mention of Pat White. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Pat White.
Heavens.
I remember
Second
that.
round
Oh,
pick.
God.
Bill Parcells. Second
what
round.
the hell, bro? Second
Based
round.
off the fact that
Ooh.
year before they ended up, that was the Ronnie Brown Wildcat game that beat New England,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And because of the success of
Yeah.
the Wildcat,
Oh,
let's just
God
get somebody who
damn.
can run it all the time, but as a quarterback,
Oof.
I remember when his career was over when he got folded
Yes,
up.
remember that?
That hit.
Oh, that
Ronnie
was bad.
Brown
was
speed. Hey, let me ask you a question, actually. I just thought
Yes.
about this. Where's Jordan Scarlett? Ronnie Brown speed.
Don't know.
Oh, he left last year early, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, he didn't play this year.
No.
Right, at Florida? No?
I don't know.
I wonder who he is.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
What else you guys got for this one
For what?
before we get into the bandwagoners?
Oh, we're
for this one. Well, I don't know.
OBB on social,
Social media?
Yeah, what do we got on social media?
I got an announcent.
Oh, what? Oh, wait, hold
you
on.
do?
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, I wish I had like a trumpet fanfare, like. Hey, I'll do it in post.
There you go.
That's going to be a
Mr.
solid.
producer. Hey, by the way, nice phone case.
That's
Is that,
gonna be
is that a red
solid-
phone?
Oh, you got
It
rid
is
of
the red phone, yeah.
But
it
he
is.
got, did he get the black?
case?
Yeah. 'cause
Well,
he
so-
started getting.
Yeah, I was getting comments. I had
I
the
know.
clear case,
I'm
just
why-
the whole pink.
That's
And it
why I
distorted
brought
it.
it up.
Yeah. Everyone.
Thanks for playing.
All a bunch of asses.
Yeah.
Everyone's a dick.
So what do you got going on, Ro?
Yeah. Talk to us, bro. Talk to us.
So my announcement, and before I get into the announcement, I honestly wholeheartedly want to thank Kane's Insight. It was a wonderful 2 years, a couple years that I was with you guys. D Money, and obviously Steph was awesome, managing editor. Would come onto the show religiously, talk. He's my boys. There's a lot of guys there I have in high regard. Lance Roffer's probably number one. Dude, you're like awesome. Learned so much from the guy. But like, I guess I was staring at my own portal. And-
Really?
Yeah. And when I went into the portal,
Uh-huh.
I
Where'd you come out?
am now officially with the State of the U.
Oh, congratulations!
Very nice
Oh.
job, Roman Kane.
Oh, so Marsh is your problem now.
Yeah.
Marsh is my problem.
That's
we're
your
gonna-
problem.
Or maybe
Okay.
I'm Marsh's
Can you,
problem.
can you quit? Can you have him quit tweeting to me?
Yeah.
or what?
Oh my God, you're
Yes.
his babysitter on Twitter now.
Oh, no. Listen, typical me, I'm going to go in a lane. I know what I do, and I'm like 95 in that lane. Marsh, you can have the whole rest of the highway.
Love
Yeah.
Marsh.
Yeah,
Love
so
him.
managing
Especially
editor.
when he gets all hot
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
on Twitter. I'm like, oh, this will be fun.
You know,
Yep.
what was funny when I first got into writing like several years ago, like there was an opportunity, and Cam Underwood, who runs State of the U,
Yep.
does a phenomenal job. I'm happy to be a part of his team. And he said, "Bro, why didn't you come to me?" I would have, and I was like, "God, no, I have
Mhm.
my." So you fast forward the way
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just
yeah.
worked out, the way the doors organically had happened, just kind of came out in conversation, and next, happy to be a part of that team, and I'm ready to work.
Congratulations, man.
Well
very,
done.
Very cool.
Cool.
Very, very cool.
Cool.
We're very happy for
So
you.
we're like semi part of that team.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
nice
yeah.
job,
Yeah,
Toast.
there you go. Hey,
Good for you. Good for you.
there you go.
Yeah,
we
it
got,
might-
we
it
got
might be
season
good for
tickets, I think.
everybody.
Yeah.
We'll pass. So as complimentary,
Very nice.
State of the U is giving us all lady sunglasses as our, as
Mhm.
like
Thank you so
a
much.
peace offering for
Beautiful.
all of us.
Beautiful.
So we could be exactly like Marshall Thomas.
Nice. All right. Anything else on social media you guys want to hit?
I don't remember.
All right,
I've
just
been
so,
on there this week.
Friendly reminder to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just search Orange Bowl Boys. Also, so you know, Orange Bowl Boys now is all just exclusively Canes. So some folks on here are chatting, asking, "Hey, have you talked about the Natty Championship game yet?" All that stuff. No, because all that's going to be coming up in our next podcast, which we're about to record, called the Bandwagoners. That is non-Cane stuff. Exactly. We got room. So go ahead. All podcast platforms where you find the Orange Bowl Boys, you will find the Bandwagoners. It's got a little blue logo with a wheelbarrow on it, or a red flyer. I don't know what the hell it is. Wagon, right? A wagon. There you go. Just subscribe and we'll be good to go. We would appreciate it. And so that way we can do all of our non-Cane stuff there, and we don't piss off all the Cane fans by, you know, giving them nonsense.
Perfect.
There you go. What do you want to name this one? Are we
BOD.
BOD?
Yep.
BOD.
Period. B period. O
D.
period.
D.
All right,
Listen
there you
to the
go.
episode.
Okay.
You'll know exactly
All right.
what it is. Hey, can you play that just one more time as the show ends?
One more time as the show ends.
Yeah.
So have that take us out.
Oh,
Okay.
well, we got to do our customary thing.
Oh yes, of course. Okay.
I just want to laugh at it.
All
again.
right.
All right.
Hey! Want to support your Miami Hurricanes during the offseason? Then become a true fan and sign up for Miami Hurricanes off-season season tickets. Off-season season tickets will allow you to get up close and personal for all the off-season drama. Get to smoke marijuana with your favorite Canes players.
It's cool. Not like they can get suspended.
Get special access to the VIP quarterback room.
Complete with a live DJ and bottle service.
Off-season season tickets are on sale now by calling 1-800.
Go Canes!
That's 1-800.
Go Canes! And be one of the first 100 people to call right now, and you'll get to channel your inner Antonio Brown and pick one member of the Board of Trustees to throw a bag of dicks at.
Miami Hurricanes off-season season ticket.
Because you're probably not going to buy actual season tickets.
There you go. As always, go Canes.
You can't do it.
I know. That's why I did it.
Come on, Hacksaw.
Come on, you got to do it.
Come on, Hacksaw.
Come on, we're waiting on you.
Hell yes.
That's another episode in the books. The Orange Bowl Boys are brought to you by Ed Morse. Make sure your next vehicle is backed by Morse. Visit edmorse.com.
For the bandwagoners?
It's just going to stay on this one.
Okay.
I'm just not going to hit stop.
Okay.
But we should, we'll have
We
to
can
start
do
one.
that.
Yeah, we'll start
Oh
that
my
for next
God.
week. We'll actually have a.
He
They'll have to
says
switch over to the.
and then he says fucking number, and then he says BOTs and a bag of dicks. Like,
I got to go pee or something. All right, Stella, let him go. All y'all bandwagoners, taping is coming up next, so we'll be doing it in about 5 minutes or so. So hang tight or come back. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Whew.
Oh, it's recording right now.
What?
It's still recording on YouTube.
Yes, they can hear us on YouTube.
Then I gotta watch what I say.
I can.
Literally right now. I'll show you after.
Okay. Yeah.
Read the comment right underneath that comment. Don't read it out loud though.
All right.
This was literally right before I said what I just said.
Oh, damn. Dude, that's a savage takedown. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Rock and roll here.
Yeah, with transitions. I know. We're waiting on Scoop to do some graphics. He's a bit of a busy boy, though. And he's the only one that knows how to do the graphics. And then once the graphics are done, our man Bob's going to put it all together nice and tight for us. And we'll have transitions and all that little stuff. But, yeah, until Scoop has like 15 minutes to do it, we's waiting. It'll come. LSU DC Dave Aranda expected to be the next head coach at Baylor.
Who's going to Baylor?
DC at LSU.
Okay. Aranda.
Yeah.
So they lost both of their coordinators.
Well, they still have the Essminger guy, but not Joe. Oh, we're on the YouTube. We're still live on YouTube. All right. Ready to do this?
You love sports, but your teams are absolute trash. And as a result, you're a miserable son of a bitch most mornings.
Screw you, Bill.
Well, guess what? You don't have to be depressed for 86 years. You can be happy. Screw your teams. Lord knows they've been screwing you long enough. Root for a winner. Cheer for a superstar. All you have to do is jump on board with the Bandwagoners.
We got room.
Yeah, we do. Welcome to the Bandwagoners.
Hi.
I'm
Hello.
Toast. We got Roman. We got Scoop. Hope you guys are all doing well. Keep things positive. Talk about some fun things. A lot of good stuff happened this week. We had Major League Baseball scandal, LSU game, national title game, Antonio Brown. We got crazy football this weekend with championship weekend, AFC, NFC.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, and on a personal note, I you had a big announcement in the OBB podcast.
I did.
I have one of the Bandwagoners. Is that I now have one of them cards.
Oh,
And one of them cards that are issued by the state of Florida.
yes. How'd you get that?
I have PTSD.
Oh,
For
Working
back,
with Paul?
No,
All those years?
Dating back to when I was an altar boy.
gotcha.
But we won't get into that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. So I was able to walk into a retail store down here and purchase said flowers. And it was quite an interesting experience.
Koosh.
Wow.
Yeah. First, I went to. That's an idiot. It was on a Friday. It was last Friday,
Yeah.
and I was getting out of work at like 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, So I was like, "Where's the nearest one?"
Yeah.
Stupid of me because I ended up going to the one in Miami Gardens. It was a nice enough place. I was just terrified that when I walked out,
Sure.
I was just going to be just taken out. That'd be it. Just take my bag.
But
That's it. It's
everybody
all
around
over.
there is just so high. Like, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
I was going to rob you, but I got high. And I got high.
There you
I
go.
got high.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da. Hey, well, if it's for a legit medical
Exactly.
condition,
Yep.
and even if it's not, I applaud it.
There you go.
Well done.
It is. and
Well
it
done.
is. Yes.
I walked into one when we were in California.
Oh,
'Cause
where it's
just
completely-
there. You just
Yeah.
walk in.
Yeah.
It was very interesting.
You don't need no ID there.
No,
You
was
don't
very
need ID
interesting.
for anything over there.
I just
Yeah.
we wanted to check it out.
Sure.
It was right by the hotel. We're like, let's go check this place out.
Yeah.
Because I've never been in one before.
Right.
We walked in. It's wild.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everything. It's
People
just,
in there like know what they're talking about.
Oh my God. No, they're like scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. So pretty cool. So yeah.
Good for you.
So so that was
That's a great gig. if you're into
Oh.
that sort of thing, I literally work here.
dude, I got a buddy of
You
mine.
know, it's like, is it like a Slurpee machine? Like when you work at 7-Eleven, you get
Like a
unlimited
dispenser?
Slurpees.
Yeah.
yeah,
you
right.
know,
Oh my
You
God.
work, you just get a discount. All right, I'm taking this.
A buddy of
douche,
mine
douche.
went to University of Florida, graduated with an agriculture degree, and now is like the head hash maker at this giant ass company in Colorado. Just
Jackpot.
just jack fucking pot. Yes, just
No pun
generally,
intended.
yes,
Pot.
all of it. Yeah,
Jackpot.
just damn. So
Unbelievable.
yeah, school pays.
but not as well as Marlboro Greens.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Oh God, anything going on with you two guys? You want to?
Man, you know,
Any life stuff or
for the
no?
first
Yeah.
time ever. So for the first time ever, I'm very active in my kids' lives. The one plays volleyball, one plays baseball, but one just started playing football. And I haven't had a chance to watch him. Me, out of all people, haven't had a chance to watch him. So all of a sudden, I go to his first ever practice, and after this, his second ever practice. But I go to watch. I say, "Hey, buddy, what position have you play?" He's like, "I'm playing quarterback, Dad." I'm like, "No kidding."
Really?
So I watched him, and I kind of have like a little bit of an
A
eye
little
for
bit,
this.
but now you're not a coach.
No, not at all. Student of the game. So I'm sitting. I'm not a coach at all. I
Yeah,
let this
you're just
guy-
a- you're just a
he's-
parent.
and he does a good job.
Okay.
He's doing fundamental works.
Running that Dan Enos offense.
Yeah, and you know what? Within like 2 seconds of watching my son play quarterback, he's in the shotgun running spread offense, and I had motion in it. I'm like, this offense is more diverse than Mark Rick's. Like this is
nice. How'd he
what
do?
is this? He threw 3 touchdowns in a row.
Look at that.
And probably the best play he did, the best play that I saw that he did, he threw an absolute duck. Like quack, 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 quack. Like it was on a bubble screen,
Mhm.
but in his little head, he's like, I have to throw this out there as quick as I can. And
Sure.
the kid got like a positive play on it. I'm
Nice.
like, all right,
All right.
we can work on
So you
this.
had good awareness, knows what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was fun.
absolutely
I got
nice.
a kick out of it. And it's nice to just be, I don't always want to coach my kids. I love the fact that I can be a dad sometimes. I don't always want to be a coach. I can't stand it. So I'll never coach his football. Never.
So the team of Destiny got it done. They were at home in front of a favorable crowd, and they put on a show. They fell behind early to the defending champs who hadn't lost in like 3 years, and they got right back up off the mat, and they punched him in the face, and they knocked him out. Congratulations to LSU. Eddie O. Awesome story.
So
Just
happy
such
for
an
that guy.
awesome. Oh my God, ham sandwich. That was his post game meal.
Go Tigers.
Not yeah.
Go Tigers.
All those did he go to Emerald's restaurant and have Emerald cook from? No.
No.
Ham
That's
sandwich.
been like his thing, his ham
Yeah,
sandwich. What are you gonna do? I'm not going to Disney World. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Saban, have some with Joe Brady and a ham sandwich.
So they lost Joe Brady.
Yep.
He's now gone to the NFL.
Mhm.
No, Carolina
And-
Panthers, and they
and-
lost their defensive coordinator.
Dave Aranda.
Yes,
So
he
not
is
a
going
good
to
day.
Baylor.
Yeah, he's going to be the head coach of Baylor.
Hey, man, you know, they're not going to all stick around.
No.
So win your national championship.
Yep.
Hang your hat on. You had one of the absolute greatest seasons that college football's ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It might not happen again. So everybody's going to leave, and
Which
you're
is
giving a
the
shot
natural
next year. It's
progression of
turnover,
things.
man. Of course.
If you're doing it right, that's supposed
That's
to
what
happen.
happens.
So let me ask you this: How do we see Eddie O as having a long tenure at LSU? Is he going to be a 10, 15-year guy there?
I think so now. I mean,
Now?
because that bottom 5 years at the minimum. You know, they got
Right.
rid of Les Miles. Let's not
They
forget.
did,
And Les
yes.
Miles won a national championship
Yes.
too. So it depends on the ultimate landscape. But like anybody else, and
I mean, he's
certain
going to
fan
have to keep
bases-
winning consistently, at least making appearances in the SEC title game and flirting with the
Yeah,
He's got at least
So-
5 years. I think you're right.
right.
5 years.
At
Because
least
he's
5
just
years.
perfect. Oh God,
He's
just
oh man,
so much
he's
fun.
such
2
a
years ago.
he's such a football.
Yeah.
coach.
2 years ago, prior to this magical season, they lost to Troy.
Yep.
At
Yep.
home.
Yeah.
And he was the coach.
Yes.
So
Well,
just goes
listen,
to
he
show you.
was. They were asking him, how he felt this year with this undefeated run, and he was saying, "Hey, listen, 2 times in my life, I have been part of a staff with a team where we just knew we were going to win. The Canes back with Jimmy Johnson, and then when he was interim at USC and had that strong end of the season, they just knew. He's like, and this is the 3rd time. We just knew we were going to win.
Yeah.
we just know we're going to win.
And you know what? You know what's funny?
And
I
Joe
think-
Burrow, damn,
Thank you, because
bro.
you see this debate that's going around, like, is this the best team ever? And then Miami Hurricanes fans chime in because there's like, no, it's the 0-1 team. The only thing that I was like, listen, offensively, I don't think it's close. I just think this LSU offense was on a different
Yes.
planet. But like
defensively, it's not close either.
it's
The
not-
0-1 Canes,
Yeah, Owen Canes
With all
gets,
due
it,
respect,
gets it again.
yeah.
At least at Miami on 0-1, they averaged over 40 points a game as
Yes.
well. So they only, believe it or not, it was only like 6 points more a game that LSU off than Miami. So Miami was formidable.
Yeah.
Going over 40 points a game is not, even in that era, was hard to do. But it emanates from the quarterback.
Yeah.
That guy had this balls the size of just
Bro.
like, he just,
He played in the semifinals and the championship. He threw for 950 yards and a total of 14 touchdowns with no picks.
insane.
Yeah, and
Are
he's
you?
and he's
wait a
from
minute,
Ohio.
what?
And he's going to go to the Bengals,
Good luck.
and he's going to resurrect that franchise. Absolutely,
Let me tell you
dude.
something.
He is.
That
Oh,
and if you think back to like the previous however many, look, you put up numbers that we've never seen.
Right.
I know system doesn't do anything, but
It helped.
He
but
put
he
up
helped
numbers.
too.
he played in an offense last year. He wasn't
that
no
guy.
better than average.
I saw him at the
Now,
beginning
hold
of the year.
You bring up that last year. When you look at his season as a whole, and you look at the last 3 games, including the bowl game, his numbers were insane. So he hit it. He was all right. I'm getting this. Even though then they threw that offense out. He, as a quarterback, was getting crazy ass good by the end of last year.
He was. I mean, that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And then, he does things you can't teach, right? I think, the first or second play of the game where he gets out of his own end zone, right? It was the first play of the game, and throws that 38-yarder downfield.
He's athletic enough.
He's just, dude. He reminds me more of Tom Brady than anyone I've ever seen.
But like when Tom Brady was in the NFL, Tom Brady, because Tom Brady in college was
no.
nowhere
I'm
near.
talking.
Yeah.
He just fits that mold. He's more athletic than Tom, but I've never seen anyone that has that type of. I don't know. It's an aura.
Moxie?
It's just
Dude,
a
his
moxie, just
teammates
the
love
aura.
him. His teammates love
You know
him.
the Tom Brady story. I mean, he gets drafted
Yeah.
in the 6th round. He goes up to Art
Robert
Modell. Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft.
So he walks up to Robert Kraft. This is a 6th round pick.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
met him before.
Yeah.
Never met him. Shakes his hand and is like, "I'm the best decision you ever made in your life."
Yeah.
Like what? And it ended up being like the best decision.
Even
draft
better
wise.
than the rubbing a tug
That's
joint
right.
in Jupiter.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
way before
Yeah.
Mei Ling. So, but I'm telling you, that's the kind of moxie and bravado that. And you know what? If you don't think it infects the rest of your team when your signal caller is great and he's great in his head, because I think a lot of colleges flounder because some of the college quarterbacks can have it on the field with their skill set, but if they don't have the work ethic to drive and they're not great in their own minds, it's very rare to see somebody that confident. A Tom Brady, a Michael Jordan,
That's what I'm saying.
a
Like,
Kobe Bryant.
This is a special
He's
kid.
that
This
way
is a special
mentally.
kid.
Like
Yes.
he posted
Think
that
about
picture of him
the
with a number one.
comparison- the
Did you see
comparison
that?
between him and our starters
Yeah.
Oh God, no! It's
Who
not
are
even.
our
They're
starters?
not,
Sorry,
they're not
sorry
playing
about
the
that.
same
and
position.
the Kane starters?
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
I mean, because they're a South Florida
Yes.
team that we
Exactly.
happen to do a
Yeah,
separate
my
podcast for.
goodness.
So he has a picture of him as a little kid with throwing up a number one. He goes, "I always knew I was going to be a champ." It's
Yeah,
like
yet he
can
couldn't-
back it up. The smoking the cigar was as close as I ever seen something like, who's that Jet quarterback? Joe Namath.
Joe Namath, yeah.
That was like such a Joe Namath icon. The fact that after national championship, you have this guy who's probably pissing off every environmentalist because it's creating like carbon monoxide, but he's sitting there smoking his cigar and is, oh my goodness, he's such a bad
Yeah.
influence for people. He's smoking, but he didn't care.
And he couldn't win
He
the
cared.
OSU job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guarantee he had an injury up there, right? That kind of sidetracked him a little
But
bit, I
you
believe.
know what?
But yeah.
You know what? He probably had an opportunity to play this year, and do what he would have did what he did here for OSU. You can't tell me that like if he's running in a comparable system, but just things just don't work out, which always goes to it's equally important that the quarterback have the right system and the right system has the right quarterback. Because I always maintain if it was Joe Montana who went to San Francisco with Bill Walsh, he'd have all the rings too.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
All right. So after the game, OBJ alum is out there on the field, and he has a wad of
Can we back up for a
Benjamins.
second?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
I said if Dan Marino was the quarterback for San Francisco.
You said Joe Montana.
Okay, Dan
Okay.
Marino. That's what I meant. Dan
Okay.
Marino. Okay.
I'm just
All right,
making
Dan
sure.
Marino.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Gotcha.
does
Doesn't
have
Joe Montana have all the rings with Bill Walsh in
But
San Francisco?
Joe Montana goes to the Dolphins. He doesn't have a ring either. I don't think.
I get it.
Yeah,
I
no,
get it.
sure.
Drew Brees might.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's no Alabama.
Uh-huh.
All right. So OBJ's on the field, wad full of hundreds, and he is just
no. It's Monopoly money. It's fake money.
he's just
He carries
Sitting
around
there,
That's not what
Monopoly
Joe
money.
Burrow
He
said.
was playing Monopoly.
counting them off, giving guys $400 or $500 at a time. LSU immediately comes out and says it was fake
money. Like you can't make yourself look
Yeah,
worse than
Right,
that.
dude. And
Like, come on.
anybody watching the video, you can tell it's real ass money, man. That's the new shit. That's the new shit.
You could be
Wow.
like, he give you.
And then Joe Burrow.
He's carrying on fake money.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because he's got nothing
Yeah,
else better
yeah.
to do.
Right. Right.
Yeah. He
And
doesn't
then-
have millions.
Your quarterback, who you are all going to build a statue of in front of the stadium at some point because you all love him when he had Burrow with the EUX,
EUX.
for
And
homecoming.
he says what?
And he says,
Oh, it's real.
Well, I'm out. Yeah, it was real cash. Some guys got up to $500.
I'm not a collegiate
Yes.
athlete anymore.
Oh,
I will just
he
tell you.
say
misspoke.
this.
I could see
Yeah.
the spit, and then you saw it. Is it LSU is investigating itself? Like
Yeah.
what? What do you mean they're
Uh-huh.
investigating
Well, then-
themselves?
And then there's the other thing where in the locker room, now there's an arrest warrant out for OBJ because in the locker room, there was a cop that was I guess they're smoking cigars in the locker room after the game.
Oh,
and,
saw it.
and you're not allowed to smoke there. And so one of New Orleans finest decided to get in players' faces, you got to put the cigar out. And Odell gives him a little goose in the ass, and now they're charging him with assault.
Yeah, well, he can't
Really?
touch Popo. It's battery.
Oh God! Yes, battery.
I'll go back.
Let the kids have a victory cigar
Not-
for crying out
oh,
loud.
that part I
That's-
agree.
I
with.
mean,
just
just
don't
get-
touch the cop.
I know. Well, no, a cop. Stop telling the kids to put out the cigars.
I agree. That was
Come
weak.
on.
That
Why
was
are you?
weak.
Why are you
Fine.
being a dick?
Fine.
That was
Okay.
weak. How?
Don't goose the cop.
I gotcha. I would never goose a cop.
I mean,
I hear you.
if you don't want
But
to have an
listen.
arrest warrant for you for assault,
All right, wait.
Don't
Can we
touch
go
the
back?
cop.
But you were just handing out
There's
hundreds on the field to kids and no one cared. So why not goose the
No.
cop? You're OBJ.
Now, OBJ has had this reputation in the past. I got to clarify this.
goosing people.
Did he goose him or did he good game him? Because I got to get to
It
context.
was. I think it was a good game. It was a
Okay,
good game.
because if he goosed the cop, that's just weird.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Hey, how you
little
doing?
bit. Little
Cup
bit.
check.
Little bit.
There you go.
I wasn't
Popo.
there. I'm just reading reports.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
So, what do we think about LSU? They got to find a quarterback now. But I mean, listen, we
Yeah, I
know,
don't know
we
who the
know,
backup
we
is.
know they're just going to reload. We know they have Rick's nephews coming in next year as a but they're not going to go with a true
No,
freshman.
but that's a good spot for him.
But
though.
yeah, he's a 4-star. But yeah, so they got to find a quarterback. But yeah,
I'm
man,
sure they had
listen,
somebody on the roster.
it's refreshing that someone outside of Alabama came out of that conference.
Yeah,
It's just
great.
refreshing. So
It was great. I
And-
mean, I
and
would have
if-
liked to have seen it against somebody.
And
other
before
than Clemson,
Alabama
but sure.
established that West chokehold, it was LSU that always gave him fits. So it's back. It's just, but it is. Let's just be honest. That SEC West is two teams.
Yes.
It's always been just
Yep.
two teams. I mean, well,
I don't know.
comes
Auburn's
out of
pretty
there.
good.
Yeah, Auburn comes out of there.
But
once
now
in a
you
while.
got
Now I
the-
got Ole Miss.
but now you got the Pirate and Lane.
Oh my God! What a great division.
The state of Mississippi is going to have
Wow.
some fun.
The Egg Bowl.
Did you see Lane welcome him in? It was awesome. It was great.
I
Oh,
know.
they're gonna have-
great.
think about that.
Oh,
That's just
Think
such
about
a
the
Egg
bad
Bowl is
spot.
must see
Think about
TV.
think about the coaches. Don't worry about the teams.
no, the press
Think
conference for
about
the Egg Bowl.
coaches you
Oh.
have in that division
Yeah.
with the Pirate,
Lane Kiffin,
Lane Kiffin,
Jimbo,
Jimbo,
Mhm.
Ed Orgeron,
Nick Saban.
Nick Saban,
Yeah.
and Malzahn's like the afterthought.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Melzon's like the vanilla.
They should have a like a coaches thing.
That is the
ridiculous.
That's brilliant,
Yeah.
man.
That
That really
the
is.
premier
It's
coaching
insane. It's
Oh my
insane.
God.
in the country.
All right. Of that list, who's the next one that gets fired? Seriously.
The next one to get
Of-
fired,
Who's the next SEC West coach to lose his gig?
Malzahn.
Malzahn, you think?
Just because
Who
of
else?
tenure. I will tell you this: if
That's-
they're
that's
all
all it is.
zero,
No, ju- oh,
if
just-
you,
yeah.
if you
all
zeroed
it
it
is.
out, if you
Mhm.
zeroed out, who's first? Leach. I just think that shtick
Yeah.
is not going to work in Mississippi State. I
Well-
just don't see it
well-
working very long. It's funny now, but lose to Lane in the Egg Bowl, and now it's going to be annoying. I just think he's just such a bad social fit there. I love it. I want his. It's must see TV.
Mhm.
You know what he is? He's closer to us
Yeah.
than he was at Washington State, and I'm happy
Absolutely.
about that.
Listen, I'll be
I might
honest
have
with
to
you.
drive over there and see.
I
him.
may want to go to the Egg Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
you
that'd be
kidding?
just,
We're
oh my
We're gonna take a
God.
road trip. We're
We
not
are
gonna
taking a
renew-
road trip.
We're not going to renew our Miami season tickets. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the Egg Bowl. We're going to go up to Athens. We
Yeah.
might
Going
know
to
people there.
Athens.
Travel to some games.
Yeah,
We are going to Athens
Yeah.
this year.
We'll
That's
be
going to
on
be
the
a
road.
lot of fun.
bandwagoners on the road.
Yeah, hell yes. Bandwagons belong on the road. All right. Major League Baseball.
Oof.
Gigantic sign
is
stealing
going on?
scandal now has taken 3 managers because Beltran got fired by the Mets today. 1 GM has been fired. So 3 managers fired, 1 GM fired, 0 players suspended. And now Jessica Mendoza,
Niece.
she does the ESPN broadcast, and she's an analyst for the Mets, coming out taking shots at Mike Fiers for even bringing this up and letting people know that it was happening, for
Well,
narking out everybody.
I can't be upset that
Why
happened.
did you go public with it? She says
Because it cost it led to a world championship and multiple world
Yeah,
championships.
I don't
The
know.
team
I don't know
that had
the
that
extent.
advantage.
I don't know the extent of it. I haven't read it.
So,
We do. But what's the
so
big
there's
deal?
a couple. So it was the technology that was being used.
Yes.
So now there's a new
Okay.
thing about the Astros today. Not only was it the trash
the
can,
niece.
they had the buzzers. Yeah,
Yes.
the buzzers in their jerseys, letting them know. they were-
Altuve,
Yeah,
Altuve's niece apparently came out and said that her and Mike Bregman they basically wore like something underneath them that would warn them what the pitch was coming. That's how sophisticated of like an operation it was. Sign stealing is nothing new to the game.
course
It's
not.
allowable, right? You can do it. It's fine. It's just when you're using technology, you're using your like video editing department and getting it to the signs and getting it to the players like that. That's when I think
Gotcha,
it just
okay.
crosses
Yeah.
the line. Once you use technology
Look,
to that,
if it wasn't that big a deal sign stealing, the third base coach wouldn't stand there for 45
there wouldn't be
seconds,
signs.
You know,
Right.
patting himself all over the head and the face
Well,
and
listen,
the
you know,
crotch.
listen, I have no problem if you're letting guys get on
Alex
base
Bregman.
and they're going ahead and they're deciphering the signs. It's when you start having a dedicated camera in center field and you can decipher the signs when there's nobody on base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that hasn't been going. That's been going on for a little while. In what Major League Baseball? Major League Baseball, by the way, is known that this has been going
of
on.
course they have.
They had to respond to the outing because now what they do is the live broadcast now is tape delayed for a reason. There's a slight tape delay from MLB
Mhm.
from their directive because of that. Because when it was live, they were like staring at it, calling it in, and then people were getting an unfair advantage. Now, I do think it needs to get to the players in this regard. If that ends up coming out and being true about Altuve, didn't he win a batting title? I mean, come on, bro.
Mhm.
I can't in good conscience give me
Was it Altuve's niece?
Altuve's.
All right.
At least that's what I saw.
All right.
I could be wrong, but I heard she said Tio Altuve. So
Mm.
as soon as she's calling Tio, I don't think Alex Bregman's a Tio. I mean, Altuve looks like a Tio, right?
Oh.
So it's insane, and I can't look at Barry Bonds with all his steroid glory, and you're keeping him out and you're banning him from that because he got a competitive advantage. But you're not willing to strip some of the individual awards that these guys were using cheating. I mean, you're keeping Barry Bonds out for cheating. They were cheating.
Pete Rose bet on his team to win, and he's banned for life.
So
Now, granted, that's a hard and fast rule. It's always been, but still, I mean, and these guys literally cheated for an entire season to won a title, and the stats kind of show. I mean, dude, there's that post game interview. They've gone back and found video of Alex Bregman in the postseason. They're asking him, "Geez, it was almost like you knew what was coming." And dude, just the arrogance and the look on his face,
Really?
like he's like doesn't say anything, but the look on his face, like, yeah,
kinda did.
kind of did.
Wow.
Little buzz in my shirt.
That's crazy.
It's just like, wow. All right. Well, what are you going to do? They're not going to strip them. But yeah, so 3 guys have lost their gig, 1 GM, and no player suspended. That's the weird thing to me. Nobody gets suspended.
So here you go with Jose Altuve because
Yes.
the years that they were there. It's all in the question. Like when
Yeah.
Cora was over there.
Yeah.
So from 2014 to 17, he won 3 batting titles, hitting 200 balls each year.
Yeah.
So come on, I can't look at you good conscious anymore. I used to think it's impressive because you're 5'6", right? And to see a guy that that small in stature with that big of a bat.
Fun, sure.
But when you know all the pitches that are coming, bro, I
kind of
can't look
what
at you in
helps,
the
it
face
helps, it
anymore.
helps, it
Well,
helps.
you can't look me in the face
I could've-
anymore because you're small.
If I had known in thirds baseball when the curveballs were coming back in sophomore year, I might have made JV.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
possibly, but I didn't know when they were
A
coming.
lot easier to put
So-
the bat in the ball when you know where it's going.
Exactly.
I know.
It's not, I mean, come on.
In my career, I finished the 300 hitter. That thing
All
is
right.
hard.
So locally, there was a crazy ass. Listen, there's just I don't want to make light of mental health or whatever,
Mhm.
but we got a resident down here that is having a meltdown in front of everybody, and that is superstar Antonio Brown, living in Hollywood. And this week, he has a video with the baby mama trying to steal his Bentley, or he claims to take the kids to school, and he has the bag of gummy dicks, and he's throwing a bag of dicks at her. Damn, Drew Rosenhaus dropped him today until he gets.
Help.
He's like, I'm not going to do anything with him until he gets counseling. But dude, man, it is the speed of this downhill has blown my mind.
Somebody brought this up before in terms of, possibly CTSD, you got to consider a little bit some of these guys take enough shots to the head. They just don't act right anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to what you said about Drew Rosenhaus saying, I am not representing you anymore until you go get help. I mean, isn't that kind of like you got to help him? I mean, you're his agent. Maybe
I would like to think
if your
that-
heart's in the right place,
I would
you
like
go,
to think that as the agent, you're like forcing his ass to like you're doing an intervention. like you've made money on him. Like,
Yeah.
the well-being is part of it, isn't it? Maybe not.
I mean,
don't
that
know.
dude needs to be Baker acted like yesterday.
Seriously,
Like,
It's
seriously.
seriously.
That's not normal behavior.
No, especially not if he has any custody of those kids.
Right.
It's just, it's
And that was the
scary as
worst
hell.
part. You see the kids in
Yeah,
there.
I know.
Like somebody.
Yeah,
oh,
Hollywood police. I
somebody
guess he had
remove
given
this
a
kid.
big donation to the PAL, and they gave it back to him because of the whole thing that went down with the Hollywood cop earlier in the week. So they're like, yeah, we're cutting ties with you. Thanks for the support, but no thanks. So yeah, man, it's sad, but oof, man, it's happening right here.
And if
And
he
it's
keeps
all
that,
over
there's-
social.
and there's no way, that he's going to sign on with another.
Well, then-
No,
No, he's done,
no
he's
way,
done,
no,
he's done,
no
he's
one's
done.
signing him. Now, talk about a former NFL player down here that could get signed, Chad
Chad
Ochocinco,
Ochocinco.
trying out for the XFL as a place kicker on Monday in Houston.
That's awesome.
He has posted video of him hitting from 60.
Dude can kick.
He can kick. He says he loves
He loves
playing
soccer.
soccer. He absolutely does. And he wants to then parlay the XFL. If he gets that gig, he wants to become a place kicker in the NFL. Come back in.
come
which
back.
would be
I mean, that'd be
awesome.
epic.
Oh, we have never seen a field goal dance before.
Ocho Cinco. Oh, he will. He will too.
He,
It'll be cool.
He hits one from post 50. He's doing something special.
Yeah.
I will tell
And
you
they'll let
what,
him do
that
it.
reminds
Gold
me
cleats the
of,
whole
and
deal.
man,
It'll be
I
awesome.
cannot think of his name, and I can't remember why I can't think of his name. But the
Carlos
most,
Huerta.
the most amazing thing I've ever seen in baseball.
What?
Was the dude who was a pitcher.
Abbott. One arm.
One arm.
No.
Oh. That's a pretty cool.
I remember him though.
that was a good
No,
trick.
no.
That was a good trick. He pulled.
He was-
He won the Cy Young.
Hey, dude, did you not feel every time somebody bunted versus
I
him,
know,
you're like, what
right?
dicks?
That's-
Right.
that's not acceptable.
Yeah, unacceptable.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, you are a bad
No,
person.
They
it was
bugged
the
right at
dude
him.
who was a pitcher for St. Louis,
Okay.
Right. and he lost his stuff. Right, couldn't do it.
Oh,
He was
yes.
in the postseason.
Yes.
Rick Ankiel.
Rick
Rick
Ankiel.
Ankiel.
Yes.
Rick Ankiel was
Stud.
Florida product.
Yeah, Rick Ankiel was a major league pitcher
Yes.
and a good one,
Yes.
and he lost his stuff.
He got the Chuck Knobloch disease or
Mark
whatever
Walton
it was.
got that
yeah.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Disappears for.
He disappears for a couple of years, but he hasn't really disappeared.
No, he just went down to the minors
And he comes back
as a right fielder.
as a right fielder.
Yeah, because he's got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah.
And he can hit.
Yes, he can hit.
He was always a good
Yes, he
hitter.
was
And I'm
always
like-
a good hitter. Yeah,
Holy cow, it's like
Right?
blew my mind.
but he did it like in a year and a half.
He made the bigs twice
Yes.
at two different positions.
Yeah.
And one of them, you didn't even have to hit the first time around.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
More
remarkable.
socks high too.
I
We got
love
you,
it,
we got
love it,
you.
love
Rick
that dude.
Ankiel.
Love that dude. Brilliant.
He was
I mean,
literally a dude in
how
high
ridiculous
school.
is that?
And
No,
I,
it was, yeah.
And I got like firsthand knowledge of this. He's literally a kid in high school that could touch the wall like in right field at 3:30 and literally like get it home.
Yeah, just
Like
drop it
you,
on a
don't- you
dime.
just don't have
Yeah.
arms like
No,
that. That's
no.
just rare. You know.
It's
Insane.
ridiculous.
No,
insane.
yeah.
He made the bigs twice.
No, he absolutely did. Yes.
It's insane.
Yeah.
One of the greatest feats I've ever seen in that sport.
Dude, that was like I remember that. It was like, oh my god, poor kid. Like how do you just lose it?
Bro,
like
he
that?
was throwing it.
That's
to
the biggest
bleachers.
thing. It's happened to him. It's happened. Was it Knobloch?
Happened to him.
The second. Oh, shut up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In baseball
That's
or
why he's here.
what? You couldn't
When
throw
I
the first
retired,
or
when
to
I
what?
back
What was
to
it?
I was a catcher. I
You
was a
couldn't throw-
catcher.
Oh my god!
Mac
Dude,
Look
Look
at-
at,
there
look at
was-
Joe's face.
well, here I was a catcher in high school,
Mhm.
but I've heard about
No
this.
kidding.
It
Yeah.
happened to a
Yeah.
happened to a Red Sox minor leaguer a
Mhm.
couple of years ago that couldn't get the ball back to the mound. It was
Yeah.
no shit, dude.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
True. Very
Wow.
true story. And people that play it started developing when I was here. The funny thing is they actually had me like on tape throwing 65 plus bombs, 70-yard bombs in the air with my arm. I could hit you in stride 40 yards down the field.
Yeah.
I go to throw the ball as a catcher back to you, ain't happening.
Can you have
Happening.
just have a catch
When I
right now?
retired, it was a guy, Bob Missick, and he went on through other more organizations. He said, lifetime 300 hitters don't retire. And I'm like, well, I just did. And I walked away because I was like,
Wow.
I loved being a catcher. I couldn't do it anymore. The game was boring AF. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I just woke up one day and the switch from going back to throwing to a football to a baseball was weird. And then it literally got in my head and it would never go away.
You know what happened?
What?
He met me.
Yeah. And I was like, this band thing will be good. Because that's when he met me. I was
That's
literally
the
a pro
absolute
baller.
truth.
Oh God.
That's I swear to God. He was still going back.
Uh-huh.
And then he decided, and then release started up,
Yep.
right? Accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't go back.
Damn.
That was a conversation we had.
Let me ask you this. You just brought up release. last week you guys teased that there might be some sort of a reunion thing happening.
And that last time we didn't have the whole band together.
Mhm.
Now we do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all four.
All four.
Supposedly.
Oh, when is this gonna happen? And still with Endo?
No,
Oh.
because we didn't think we were going to get a hold of our original bass player, who's now in, I think, Las Vegas.
He's in Vegas.
So,
Oh,
but he's willing to fly in. Yeah,
Stewie.
yeah,
Yeah,
Stewie.
Nice.
So Stewie's coming in. Mhm.
I don't know. I am the slightest
Yeah,
idea.
So
so
you don't know when this is happening?
June sometime.
June sometimes. We're just going to lock down a date.
At
We got
the
plenty of
room?
times-
I don't know. I have to call.
Oh, you haven't had the call yet.
Yeah, it's
No.
305 something. He knows what it is.
I don't remember what it is.
Number-
954-305.
1-800-GO-CANES.
You know what I did do? I looked it up.
Yeah.
Like I looked like the normal,
Uh-huh.
and I called the
Mhm.
normal phone number, which I remember. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that number. But I think that's actually to the building.
Mhm.
And
You had the bat phone number,
I did. Yeah. And I don't know where that is.
so you'll find
So
it
I'll have to figure
in
that
your
out.
head somewhere. You'll go
Right.
through your Rolodex and it'll ping. I know you. You'll be
We'll
like,
see.
oh, it's just randomly going to come to him.
All right.
So I don't know. I mean, look, it'd be fun. be a good
AFC, NFC, Championship.
Woo, look at my bandwagon
weekend.
pick of the week, Ryan Tannehill.
I
Look
know.
at you. He
Dude,
turns
I
around.
am
can you
so rooting
for him.
rooting for him to make it to Super Bowl, live right down here at his home
Oh
stadium.
my God.
It would be the greatest troll in the history of sport.
This is what I want. I want him to now beat Mahomes,
Mhm.
and then I want the Packers to win. Because think of this. He would have had to win his Super Bowl beating Tom Brady,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lamar Jackson,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Pat Mahomes,
Uh-huh.
and Aaron Rodgers.
On the road. Oh my God.
And end up in Miami. Like that would be the ultimate Joe
That'd be
Burrow
epic.
moment.
That'd be
Yeah,
epic.
he'd be
Epic,
smoking
epic,
like
epic.
6
Oh,
cigars.
man.
I'll tell you right now, I have never seen a quarterback hand it off like that before.
Oh,
It's a thing of
he's
beauty.
doing
It
a- he's
really
doing a
is.
really
Oh,
good
he's
job
got
of
the
protecting
ultimate.
it.
Now,
Beauty.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
He throws like 6 times a game. He's doing the most ultimate Trent
Yes,
Dilfer
he is.
job.
Oh, he
in
is Trent
history.
Dilfer.
Oh, no,
it all the
yeah.
way to the Super
He
Bowl.
absolutely is.
Well, he deserves
And
it.
God love it. He's Brad Johnson it the whole goddamn way.
He does deserve it.
Yes.
After
Yeah.
the BS he's been through.
Yeah.
And people, it's not outside the realm of possibility here. Like people forget that Drew Brees was actually a Charger.
Yes.
Philip Rivers chased him out of that job, and
Mhm.
he reinvented himself, and is one of the greatest QBs we've seen. So that's like,
Better than Philip Rivers.
yeah, Phil. I never understood why they got rid of. I mean, he got hurt.
Yeah.
Let's be
Oh, no,
honest.
he did,
We know
yes.
that.
He got hurt. They brought in Phil.
Yep.
and they brought in Phil, who arm wise, man, he still throws.
He's still doing it.
Stella
dude.
has better mechanics
Yeah.
than
Still
Philip
doing
Rivers.
Well, they actually wanted Eli, but Eli refused to go.
Correct. Yeah.
And so
You know,
they had
Philip
to
Rivers
take
got like
Phil.
19 kids.
Oh my God,
yeah,
so many.
They don't
children.
believe in like
He-
birth
him and-
control.
he's going after Cromartie.
Yeah.
Those two
He's
together,
White
I think,
Cromartie.
I think have full football teams.
Offense and defense.
Exactly.
You know what?
They
You
got-
know
they
what?
got full
You know all I think
22s.
about with that stuff. I'm like, you have no. There's no respect for your wife.
I think
Like,
their wives are enjoying
What
it.
are you doing to this lady?
She apparently enjoys it, right? I mean,
Cousin Anna, she has kids 13 months apart.
oh, not even a recoup time.
I was like, you realize what she goes, I know. I call them Irish twins because that's what they're
Right,
called when
yeah.
they're the same age at the same time. They both could be one for a
Mhm.
few months. I'm like, you have Irish twins. No kidding. They're close enough. And she
Damn.
considers Irish twins. How many Irish twins does Philip Rivers and Antonio Cromartie have? Well, he
Well-
has differences because he
Well,
has
yeah.
Well,
multiple
yeah, I
women.
mean, dude, he's got ones that
Yeah.
are like 2 weeks apart in
Yeah.
birthday.
So,
Cromartie. But there's like no regard for your wife in that situation.
So I'm
Give
not
the
gonna,
woman a break.
I'm not gonna
man.
have to, just this conversation. I love the bandwagoners because this conversation spears this conversation. I'm not gonna out who it is, and I know the guy. Married, had a kid,
mhm.
right? 3 months later, had another kid.
Oh,
He has two
Oh.
I
sons.
mean, that's really jumping into it, bro.
wow.
He's 2 sons 3 months apart.
Hmm.
I was like, how did that go over?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Still married?
Still married.
no.
Oh, yeah. To either one
Would've been a-
No,
would've been a
no.
much better story.
You know what? At first they worked. That was like it was forgiven,
Mhm.
and then he just realized I'll probably do it again, and then he just walked off into the sunset.
There you go.
Mhm.
No willpower.
Very interesting, though.
No, we'll
It'd have been a better story if he was still married.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 All right. So, now did you see did you guys see the Mahomes girlfriend video?
How loaded was she?
Oh, damn. How annoying is that
so
girl?
that's
She
the
went-
problem.
That was Fran.
There's a level
Drescher.
of
that
but-
was Fran Drescher-esque. That was like
Yes,
when
but-
she was talking. That's what voice was like. Oh my god!
my wife doesn't think she was that hammered. She's like, she's buzzed, but she's just crazy ass annoying in general.
She didn't seem blasted.
No.
Like, you know,
I
like
thought
you're
so.
looking
Yeah.
at her. I
was watching her
I will
eyes.
tell you what though.
Oh.
If you're around somebody like that, right?
That's oh
when
god, I
they're
can't.
drunk,
Yeah, no, I'm out.
that doesn't work for me.
I'm not going out with you in the first place
No,
if I know that
doesn't-
that's
no,
you.
no, you're like,
if I find out, that's the last time and I'm out. I will walk the fuck out. I'm not even saying goodbye.
no,
Later,
that
out.
doesn't
bye-bye.
work. That
Yeah,
doesn't
no, it
work.
does not work for me. I do not
Oh,
tolerate that.
Oh my god, how
nonsense.
obnoxious!
Oh, it was awful.
Can you imagine?
Oh, and she's in a skybox and just and no one will say boo to her because she's Pat Mahomes' girlfriend.
Yeah, you just put ketchup all over her.
Fran Drescher.
Jesus, yeah, no, absolutely. All right, so how do you see these games going? What we got? Titans and Chiefs, Packers, Niners. Everyone's kind of picking Chiefs and Niners is the dream matchup, I guess.
Pretty brilliant.
It's offense versus defense. And you know what? If that's what the matchup is, you know who I'd pick in a Super Bowl? I'm picking the 49ers because it's Andy Reid, mind you. And Andy Reid will find somehow to mess it up again.
Right.
So he's just the consummate bridesmaid. I at this point, he's been a bridesmaid so long.
Are we gonna pick? Are we gonna pick the first games before we get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think we should pick these games.
Yeah, well, I just kind of told you. I think the Chiefs and the 49ers, we could go with that. I want Tannehill to win, but I think Chiefs and the 49ers are going to be
Chiefs are giving 7.5.
Oh, I thought when you put at 3, I was like, oh, that's 3 p.m. I was like, it's only 3?
They're both the spreads are 7.5. Packers are getting 7.5. Titans are getting 7.5. Both the road teams.
I think the safe thing would be is to take at least both road teams. You're going to hedge 500. I don't think both those home teams are covering.
I'm taking man. So now can Tennessee run the ball against Kansas City's defense?
Yes.
They can.
Yeah.
I'm taking Tennessee and Green Bay.
You're going underdogs.
I think the Chiefs will win. I think it'll be close because they're not going to have the ball as much because Derrick Henry's going to control the clock, and I think Aaron Rodgers upsets the Niners as he goes home to Northern California.
I got the Chiefs covering,
All right.
and I got the Packers covering.
I will tell you this, and for the sake of the NFL, I mean, they're probably praying and hoping the Titans don't get in because other than being a South Florida fan and just seeing the irony,
they want Mahomes and slinging
You
it
don't want-
around.
Yeah.
you want
Who you
no
got, Scoop?
part
Who you
of the
got, Ro?
Titans in the Super Bowl.
No.
I'll just go home team, Chiefs
All right.
and 49ers.
All
That's
right.
who I think is going to get in.
Very good. Very good. All right. So you're a bandwagon to jump on this week. What bandwagon you on?
Ooh, I am going. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
I'm going to jump on the Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay.
We want to tell us why you're jumping on the Georgia Bulldogs?
Oh, we got it. We got a friend. that might have
Okay.
a little gig up there at some point here, and
All right.
I am here to support him and make our way to Athens next year.
I also would like to jump on the Georgia Bulldog bandwagon for
Okay.
the same exact mentioned reason as Scoop. I am a doggy. I want this person to succeed. I'm extremely happy for him as well. Go doggies.
Go doggies. Go doggies.
Woof.
I am not good at picking these because whatever I pick, they lose. UConn women lost that game to Baylor like that
Did
night.
they really?
That
App State.
night. Oh, yes.
Your
yes,
first
yes.
ever one was
I
App
know.
State, and they
I know,
lost.
they lost. So, yeah, I'm not going to touch the team I was going to touch because hell no, I don't want to jinx them. So, yeah, I'll go with Georgia. Yay! I'll go with the
You gotta
dogs
let 'em know.
too.
You gotta
I'll go
let
with
'em
the
know.
dogs too. He's
Good.
a good person. Glad it worked out for
I
him.
have a bandwagon I want to jump off.
Oh, what are we jumping off?
Pat Mahomes' girlfriend.
Yeah. I'd recommend Pat
Oh my
do the same
goodness.
thing.
That was so annoying. That was so nice.
Oh
So
God,
Georgia
who's
Bulldogs
your
team.
who's your player?
Well, I'm still on that Tannehill bandwagon. He ultimately succeeded and exceeded my expectations by going ahead and staying on that. But if you have to tell me what player I'm going to go ahead and jump on, just for troll purposes, I'm going to go Jose Altuve. I'm jumping on his bandwagon.
Nice. I am jumping on. We're in South Florida. He's the lone all-star. I'm jumping on Jonathan Huberto's
Nice.
bandwagon.
Nice.
Florida Panthers all-star.
Huberto.
Hooby dooby doo.
Player.
He's
You-
thinking.
He
he's thinking
jumped on
hard.
Lamar's too, by the way. He
Mhm.
jumped on
Yeah.
Lamar's and he
Yeah.
lost.
Well, he also had 500 yards.
Jump on the Jimmy G.
No, but I will jump on Aaron Rodgers bandwagon.
There you go. All right.
All
just because he is
36 is his last run, man.
Look, Tom's probably the best to ever do it. He's got the 6 rings, and Aaron Rodgers is the best pure quarterback in the history of the game.
I've always said
There's
most talented quarterback.
There's no one physically capable of doing what he's doing.
Nope.
And
throwing
he's
the ball too.
36,
No.
and he's still like that throw to Jimmy Graham last week, right? I don't know, you guys.
Mhm.
I remember the throw. You just can't do
teach
that. Now you have Pat Mahomes who does some stuff, and he's got the zip and the velocity on those throws that Aaron does, maybe did. He's still the best to ever do it. He's my favorite to ever watch.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that he pulls it off and gets down here.
Nice. All right.
Yep.
Are we good?
Yes.
There's the bandwagoners, boys and girls. We'll have a YouTube channel for next time. Tell your friends, subscribe to the podcast, please. And we out.